Hi, in this session I'll be covering an overview of compound interest. Now there is a claim that Albert Einstein had once said that compound interest was one of the most powerful forces in the universe. Although this is an unsubstantiated claim, it is however important to realize that compound interest is pretty amazing when you look at it throughout multiple time periods. So let's go into the calculation of how to do compound interest in Excel. Now, there's actually two ways I'm going to show here. One is just using the plain old formula for compound interest, and basically that's the future value and present value and interest and the number of periods here. So to use this formula in our example, here we want to find out the future value of our present value. If let's say we put $1,000 into some kind of investment vehicle, and then we're going to multiply that by the interest rate that we're going to get. So that's going to be 1 plus the interest rate. And let's say that we got 8%. Now in today's economic environment, it'd probably be a little bit difficult to get 8%, but let's just use 8% in our example. We can change this later on, or you can change it for your own particular use. So what the other part of the formula is the exponential part. Now in our period, we're maybe making the assumption that it's only going to compound for 1 year, but I'll show some a later example of how we'll compound it for multiple years, but for our example we're just going to use one for now. We'll just reference it back to this particular cell. And there we have it. In 1 year we're going to get $1,080. Now with the built-in function in Excel, it does it all for us using the FV function. So if we just type equal FV, we will get that function. Let's go into the function wizard to get that. Let's just search for that. Yeah, let's look for that F future value function. And basically what we want to do is, let me go ahead and increase the size here a little bit. What we want to do for the rate is select this cell, our interest rate cell. Now the number of periods is here. Payments. This is if we have the opportunity to go ahead and make additional payments or put additional money into our savings vehicle. Now we're not going to use this in our example, so we can just leave it blank or put a 0 in there. Present value is going to be cell B1, which is our present value here. So you notice that Excel in the wizard here, function wizard, it already calculated out for us, and you notice that it's a minus sign. So this is kind of making the assumption that we are taking money in, and then it is taking money out. And the output is a negative result. Basically what we have to see from our perspective is we are giving money. Money's going away from our pocket and we're giving it to the bank, and so we're going to get money back, and we're going to get an increase. And so once we put a negative sign in the PV field here, basically it negates that, and we're going to get a positive number. It's just kind of like for a visual, I guess in our example maybe it's just for a visual aspect, but this is something just to keep in mind. Click OK. Oops. Let's delete that there. Now we click Enter, and we'll get our value, same value that we had here. So how is the magic of compound interest? Well, let's say that we put this in for 5 years, and we're going to get $1,400, a little bit over $1,400. Now let's say that we decide to put it in for 20 years and just kind of went to sleep and forgot about where this money was. And in 20 years we'll see that our money had grown over 4 times. So that is really the magic of compound interest. And you can play with this formula a little bit in your own specific situation and use Excel with this formula, or even just use the built-in function to kind of figure out what the compound interest in your own particular situation is, whether it be for saving or investing. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.